Rolling Stone wrote an article. Trump got a free Cybertruck from streamer Adin Ross. Is that legal? The controversial content creator known for platforming white in the past may have violated FEC rules on campaign contributions during a sycophantic live interview today. Oh, fuck. More than 500,000 concurrent viewers were tuned into Adin Ross's Kick channel on Monday afternoon. Ross, a prolific, he received 2 expensive, potentially illegal gifts from Ross, a gold Rolex and a custom-wrapped Cybertruck. Ross is a prolific 23-year-old streamer with millions of followers across Kick, renowned for his boisterous energy and bro-ish antics that frequently cross a line into toxic territory. He has previously platformed the white supremacist Nick Fuentes, as well as the alleged sex trafficker Andrew Tate, a mentor of sorts. Ross accidentally snitched on Tate as he planned to flee criminal charges in Romania. Tate, who is awaiting a trial, has denied the charges. After several Twitch bans over the years, the last one permanent, Ross in 2023 moved to the streaming platform Kick. Remember what I said?
Like, he thinks that Twitter is mean. Okay? Wait until fucking Washington Post gets a hold of who Adin Ross is, specifically to shit on Donald Trump.
God damn, bro.
Like, he didn't even understand what my point here. This was before the interview. I was telling him, like, look, man, in the interest of self-preservation, which you clearly have none, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I want this interview to happen because it's great content for me, but it's not going to be good for you. And then he, of course, didn't understand it. And his fan base has been fucking yelling at me all day, being like, he's so jealous, he's so jealous, he's so jealous. Like, I would love to interview Donald Trump. I would love that. But honestly, this is the second best thing. Having someone else interview Donald Trump and draw all of this media ire, I'm happy with that. I'll take it. That way I get to react to it for the comfort of my home. I don't get any additional hatred as a consequence of like platforming Trump or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I'm happy. This is a win-win for me. They're already
Kamala Harris says we're weird.
Donald Trump just finished a disastrous interview with a streamer known as Adin Ross.
Midas touch coming in hot.
Ross is a weird dude. He got famous by sniffing butts.
You know, I have work to do. I'm done. I'll fix you. Where are you going? That's even weirder.
Let's go.
All right, I'll make eye contact with you.
Ew, why are you being so weird?
Okay, get a good whiff, not some little ass whiff, bro. Go. Ricky, go. Just do it. Go. Get in there and give it a sniff.
Still on this? I went to work, I finished work. Are you still on Trump, Adin? No, new information has been revealed. Well, it's not really new information. So I'm going back to the story after I covered 5 fucking hours of other shit. Suck my dick. Ross began Monday's Kick stream by acknowledging that many doubted that he had really landed the Trump interview. Today's going to be the most important stream I've ever done. He came out to 50 Cent's Many Men Wish Death and joined Ross before a small audience. Everyone thought this was going to be fake, he added. Wearing a Make America Great Again hat, Ross made no effort to sound or appear impartial. His questions set up Trump to complain about everything from supposed liberal bias in schools. Even the teachers have been brainwashed, the former president said, and border security, though unusually Trump did not mention Hannibal Lecter this time. Trump, for his part, praised Ross as an outstanding young man, predicted that the live stream would break viewership records, and said that his youngest son, Barron Trump, is a big fan of Ross. From Trump's positive comments on Ross's youth and his clout as an influencer, it seems he saw the Trump interview as a welcome advantage in intensifying battle for the hearts and minds of Gen Z. Trump in particular commended Ross's success in streaming and a deterrence to him, drawing a sharp contrast between his friendly chat and combative event hosted by the National Association of Black Journalists last week. So, Barron Hate Watcher confirmed? We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that. I still maintain in my heart that Barron is a centrist and maybe sometimes tunes in when I'm like shitting on Nancy Pelosi or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I like this guy, actually. Yeah, Barron liked the b-ball content. He calls me W-Unk now. In that appearance, Trump lashed at ABC News correspondent. Yeah, Ross, who in the past have received Twitch bans for hateful slurs and once streamed explicit Pornhub videos. By the way, there's a different angle to this in terms of like Adin Ross being a culture vulture that like has not really been as prominent. I haven't seen that take a lot. This is yet another dude, like yet another white dude who's just like basically built a platform off of like black culture, presenting himself as like the arbiter of black culture, and then only to turn around and be like this fucking weirdo right winger, aligns with racist people, and then has like the top racist on his broadcast as he fucking fillets him. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is this? It's just crazy. And the funniest thing is like, including in the W community, like everyone kind of understands this, where like they know you say something even remotely mean about Adin, immediately his fan base is going to say the most unhinged racial slurs to you and dox you, which is, again, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like his fan base is so insane. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. It's just like they're nutty. Ross, who in the past has received Twitch bans for hateful slurs, once streamed explicit Pornhub videos to an audience that likely included many underage viewers, elsewhere sought to criticize Harris because a rapper was twerking at her at a rally. He did not mention the performer Megan Thee Stallion by name, and given his history as an edgy content creator, the scandalized routine rang somewhat hollow. But the more glaring indications that Ross was out of his depth came in the form of his gifts to Trump. First, he gave the former president a gold Rolex. That's a great watch company, Trump said as he opened the box. Now I know it's worth it, he added, seeming the joke that had been worth his while to appear on Ross's channel. Then, towards the end of the live stream, Ross took Trump outside. They paused to greet Felix Lengel, a Canadian streamer better known as XCC, who was wearing a shirt of Trump with gold and silver grills in his teeth, to reveal a Tesla Cybertruck wrapped with an image of Trump holding his fist up after being wounded in an assassin's attempt on his life at a Pennsylvania rally last month. Brandon Fisher, deputy executive director of Documented, a watchdog group that tracks and investigates money in politics, tells Rolling Stone that Ross's gifts appear to have been provided to Trump in his capacity as a candidate and because he's running for office, and therefore are considered contributions to his campaign, an interpretation supported by the Trump imagery on the truck. It isn't part of a pattern of gifts exchanged between him and Trump that preceded his candidacy, Fisher points out. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just some dumbass Twitch streamer, right? And not like a smart ass Twitch streamer like Adin Ross, who happens to agree with your points. As soon as I saw the Rolex, I was like, that's illegal. Like, you can't do that. You just can't give a gift to a person actively running for the presidency or any elected position. You just can't do that. There is a limit to the individual contributions that you can give to a candidate. Contributions are subject to the FEC rules, Fisher explains. In this case, $3,300 per election limit for individuals. Well, there you go. What's more, the definition of a contribution encompasses any gifts. But wait, hold on. Wait, let me just take a look at something real quick. While I, a dumbass who doesn't know anything about American politics, was saying like this could potentially be a campaign contribution law violation, all of the people in my motherfucking immediate replies were talking about Nelka's done it before, gifted him numerous things. What are you talking about? Cook up, big bro. Hasan tweeting this while crying. Offering and accepting are two totally different things, but I wouldn't expect someone like you to be able to comprehend that. You reminded the teacher we had homework, didn't you? D1 hater. Do you not know what a gift is? Why are you lying? Community knows, get this man. If the sponsor is not a registered lobbyist or a foreign agent and does not employ, then House members and employees may generally accept a gift, including a meal valued less than $50. Gifts from a single donor valued at $100 or more in a single calendar year are prohibited. This guy posted this and didn't even read the screenshot. If only lobbyists knew this secret trick that they don't want you to know about, which is called give the politician a gift. Just call it a gift instead of a donation. The FEC hates this one weird trick. No, dude, it's called super PACs, okay? You can max out. You can give millions of fucking dollars to an individual, okay? You can do that. You just can't do that directly, okay? If you do it directly in broad daylight in front of the camera, actively doing an FEC violation, you can dump as much money as you want into a super PAC. You just can't give it directly to a candidate. As an individual, you have a limit. It's just funny to think that like these guys are like, nah, dude, you're fucking stupid. And if enough people, once again, personally believe something, then it might as well be the truth. And it doesn't matter what the actual truth or what the laws are. It's funny because like JD Vance knows this reality, which is precisely the reason why when the Nelk boys were talking to him, he joked about it and said specifically, oh, I can't even pay. I have to pay for all my friends' meals because I don't know if it's an FEC violation or not if they get to pay for the meal. Remember when he said that? That's because JD Vance, despite being a horrible VP pick, is at least smarter than Donald Trump. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is not necessarily aware of that. They act like you're making the call too. I know. That's why I'll never run for office, because at the top of the hour, I run 3-minute ad breaks, and gifted subs are a big part of this community that allow others to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. And I fear that if I were to run for office and people were just like big oilers were gifting a lot, they wouldn't be able to do so, because then it could be technically considered a larger gifted sub than the $3,300 limit, you know? Giving gifts valued at tens of thousands of dollars to a candidate amounts to an illegal and excessive campaign contribution, Fisher says. I suspect that once Trump talks to his lawyers, we'll get an announcement that he's turning down the gifts or donating them to charity. The Trump camp's national press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, tells Rolling Stone that the campaign will submit an advisory opinion to the FEC to seek guidance on how to handle the gifts. Why is the Trump campaign saying that when all of Adin Ross's fanboys are calling me a or whatever the fuck? Perhaps this might be a moment where I, as a political commentator, although I am a dumbass, might know a little bit more than you do. I don't know. W's in the chat. The Harris campaign described the stream in a statement as boring, low-energy interview, noted that Ross failed to meet his goal of surpassing 1 million simultaneous viewers. What the fuck? Dude, the Harris campaign is dunking on Adin Ross, calling him washed. Yeah!